The flanker position in rugby is a crucial role to a team's success, as they typically make the highest number of tackles of any player in the team. They also play a vital role in attack, since they usually have a mix of both strength and speed that allows them to outmuscle backline players, while also burning front five forwards for pace. Since many players have been known to play at both blindside and openside throughout their career, I'll combine both positions into one list and rank the greatest ever flankers in this video from 1 through 10. At number 10 we have Michael Hooper. Michael Hooper made his debut for Australia in 2012, and at the time of recording he's played 124 tests for his country. He was given the captaincy in 2017 and currently holds the record for most games as a Wallabies captain after passing George Gregan's record of 60 in 2021. Hooper plays at openside flanker and is a master at the jackal and winning turnover ball at rucks. He isn't the biggest flanker at 6 foot tall, but he's extremely mobile, which allows him to get around the pitch to make crucial tackles, and also run support lines to receive a pass or break into open space when he gets the ball. Hooper won the Rugby Championship with the Wallabies in 2015 and was nominated for the World Rugby Player of the Year award that same year. He has played for the Waratahs since 2013 and has won the Super Rugby competition on one occasion in 2014. At number 9 we have Sam Warburton. Warburton made 74 appearances for Wales between 2009 and 2017, and because of his leadership qualities, he was given the captain's role for Wales early into his career for the 2011 World Cup, where he had a sensational tournament. He also made 5 test appearances for the Lions, captaining the team on both tours in 2013 and 2017, with his captaincy for the Australia tour making him the youngest ever player to captain the Lions at just 24. Warburton's work rate was immense, as he would often make over 20 tackles in a game and win more than 5 turnovers, but his impact on the game was much more than what the stat sheet said. He was able to slow down opposition ball at the breakdown so well that the time it took the opposition to clear out a ruck would more than double when he's on the pitch compared to when he wasn't, which gave his defences more time to organise. Something else worth noting about Warburton was his exceptional discipline, as he only received 3 cards throughout his entire career for club and country, with 2 being yellow and 1 being a controversial red in the 2011 World Cup semi-final. For an openside flanker, getting penalised often comes with the territory of trying to disrupt their opponent's game, but for Warburton this was very rarely the case. Warburton retired from rugby at just 29 years old due to injuries, but he had one of the greatest span of performances over an 8-year period of any flanker ever. At number 8 we have SCHALK Burger. Burger played for South Africa from 2003 to 2015, and the 86 appearances he made for his country is the most of any Springboks flanker ever. Burger won the World Rugby Player of the Year award in 2004 in a season where he won the Tri-Nations with South Africa, and he played a crucial role in South Africa's pack as they won the World Cup in France in 2007. Burger did all the work expected of a traditional flanker, as he got stuck into rucks and was a very hard tackler and aggressive ball carrier. At number 7 we have Gerry Collins. Collins made his All Blacks debut in 2001 and played 48 times for his country before he retired from international rugby in 2008. He was a prototypical blindside flanker / number 8 hybrid who had immense physicality, being known as one of the biggest hitters ever to play the game. Collins was 6'3" and 112 kg, but with the speed he moved at, he was able to produce more force than other men of his size, often sending players flying backwards when he collided with them. On the attacking side, he was a hard runner who was able to break through multiple tackles even in congested areas. He went into the 2007 World Cup as one of the team's key figures, and he captained the side for 2 pool games in the absence of Richie McCaw. Collins played for the Hurricanes from 2001 to 2008 before moving to Toulon and Ospreys. He sadly passed away in 2015. At number 6 we have Jerome KAINO. Jerome KAINO fit a similar mould as Gerry Collins, and he took over the starting number 6 spot for New Zealand after Collins' retirement. KAINO played for New Zealand from 2004 to 2017, earning 83 caps and scoring 13 tries. Across the 2011 and 2015 World Cups, KAINO played in all 14 games, recording 14 consecutive wins, and he scored 4 tries in the 2011 World Cup, a year where he was nominated for the World Rugby Player of the Year award. KAINO was a great option for getting go-forward ball and often ran onto passes while lined up in the backline where he smashed through would-be tacklers. He was a tremendous athlete standing at 6'5", and the pace he had was enough to outrun some fullbacks, as he showed when scoring a famous try against the Hurricanes. KAINO could hand off smaller players with ease, and he was one of the hardest tacklers ever, right up there with Collins in terms of stopping the ball carrier in his tracks. He spent all of his time in New Zealand playing for the Auckland Blues and moved to Toulouse in 2018, where he won 2 top 14 titles as well as the European Cup in 2021, which he retired shortly after. At number 5 we have Thierry Dusautoir. Dusautoir played for France from 2006 to 2015, earning 80 caps and playing in 3 World Cups during that time. In the 2007 World Cup, Dusautoir made a record-breaking 38 tackles in the quarter-final against New Zealand, while also scoring a try as France knocked New Zealand out of the World Cup. He made a habit of scoring tries against New Zealand at World Cups, scoring one in the 2011 final in a performance that earned him the man of the match, but France would go on to lose the game by 7 points to 8. Dusautoir was a fantastic leader and has played the most tests as France captain, doing so 56 times from 2009 to 2015. Needless to say, he was an exceptional tackler with a great engine and had an all-round solid game with the ability to win turnover ball, use his speed in open space, and also finish off tries whenever he got the ball close to the try line. Dusautoir played for Biarritz from 2004 to 2006, then moved to Toulouse, who he played with until he retired in 2017. He won 1 European Cup with them in 2010. He also won the World Rugby Player of the Year award in 2011. At number 4 we have George Smith. Smith made 110 appearances for Australia between 2000 and 2010 when he retired from international rugby, but he later came back to play one more test against the Lions in 2013. Smith could play at both number 6 and 7, and he was one of the pioneers of turning the ball over at ruck time with his jackling skills. On the attacking side, Smith was great at spotting gaps in the defensive line and exploiting them with his pace. He's one of the best all-round rugby players to play the flanker position, as he had the running, passing and ball handling skills of a back. Smith spent most of his club career at the Brumbies, where he won multiple Super Rugby Player of the Year awards, and he also spent seasons playing his rugby in Japan, France and England, with his final team being the Bristol Bears. He retired from rugby in 2019 at the age of 38, which showed how durable he was to play so long at flanker, with it being such an attritional position, cutting many players' careers short due to injury. At number 3 we have Michael Jones. Jones made 55 test appearances for New Zealand between 1987 and 1998, but if it wasn't for multiple injuries, he certainly would have played many more times. He was a key figure in New Zealand's 1987 World Cup team, scoring a try in the final against France as they won the first ever World Cup by 29 points to 9. Jones started his career as an openside flanker, but at the latter part of his career he played more often as a blindside. He was described as redefining the position of flanker due to his fitness, athleticism and his skill set with the ball that was rarely seen from a loose forward at the time. Former All Blacks coach John Hart said he was the best player he had ever seen and said he had the talent to play multiple positions including centre. Jones had the ability to single-handedly dominate a game as he would win turnovers, make line breaks, score tries and set up tries for teammates. Jones played his club rugby with Auckland and was a member of the Auckland Blues team that won the first 2 Super Rugby competitions in 1996 and 1997. He retired from rugby in 1999. At number 2 we have David Pocock. With little to separate George Smith and David Pocock as the greatest Australian flanker of all time, I gave the edge to Pocock for this video, as he falls just short of the top spot worldwide. Pocock had the versatility to play all throughout the back row, as he made appearances on both the blindside and open side, as well as at number 8. He had possibly the greatest ability for turning the ball over at the breakdown of any player we've ever seen, and his tackling ability was second to none. Pocock had phenomenal strength, which he used to bump off his opponents when he got the ball in his hands, and he was extremely hard to stop once he got a sniff of the try line. Pocock made 78 appearances for Australia, scoring 9 tries across an 11-year international career where he played in 3 World Cups. He won the Rugby Championship twice in 2011 and 2015, and was nominated for the World Rugby Player of the Year award 3 times in 2010, 2011 and 2015. Before we reveal who is the greatest flanker ever, I'd like to list some honourable mentions who didn't make the top 10, and these players are Juan Smith, Francois Pienaar, Serge Betson, Richard Hill, Peter Steph Dutoit, Marmuka Gorgodza, Michael Ketch and Liam Messam. In first place on our list of the greatest flankers ever, we have Richie McCaw. McCaw made his All Blacks debut against Ireland in 2001 in a game where he was named as the man of the match. He went on to make 148 appearances for the All Blacks, which is the second most in the history of Test match rugby, and he scored 27 tries in a career that spanned 15 years before he retired in 2015. His club career for the Crusaders was remarkably similar, as he made 145 appearances, scoring 27 tries, which was also during the same 15-year span. McCaw won the Rugby Championship 10 times and is the only player to lift the World Cup trophy twice as captain, as he won back-to-back World Cups in 2011 and 2015. McCaw was a captain who led by example and helped to elevate the performances of the players around him. He wasn't known for making spectacular breaks like some players on this list, but he did the fundamentals exceptionally well and knew how to play on the edge, doing whatever was necessary to disrupt the opposition's ruck speed and help his team get the upper hand. He was a very reliable tackler and a good pick and go option, and he also had the ability to pop up for a try in big moments. He was the ultimate professional, never allowing his performances to drop, which is why he stayed so consistent throughout his entire career. McCaw won the World Rugby Player of the Year award 3 times in 2006, 2009 and 2010, making him one of only 2 players to do so along with Dan Carter. He also has another 5 nominations in years where he failed to win the award. Who else do you think could have made this list among the greatest flankers of all time? Please leave your thoughts in the comments, and thanks for watching.